King Tut created by Pyramid 1. At the modest age of 8 or 9, a legend began his dynasty. November 26, 1922, George Herbert and Howard Carter discovered and unveiled the truth about King Tut when finding his tomb. Before Carter and Herbert discovered the tomb, not many people had even ever heard the name King Tut because there was little written about him. But inside Tut's tomb told the story of his life. Inside the tomb, Carter and Herbert found an entire biography on King Tut inscribed on the walls. This is the layout of King Tut's tomb. From the tomb's ancient writings, Carter and Herbert translated that Tut's father had ruled Egypt for 17 years and led the land into chaos before passing the torch onto his 8 or 9-year-old son. His father had moved the land's capital away from Memphis and tried to change its religion. Records show that this young King Tut launched attacks on Nubia to the south and on Asia to the east during his reign, although it was not likely for this boy ruler to have physically led the military actions. He more than likely just enforced them. King Tut also restored the land and returned itself and religion back to normality. When opening the casket made of gold, Carter and Herbert did not find a beautiful and majestic pharaoh. What they found was this. Even though King Tut's parentage is undetermined, a few things are, such as he was the son-in-law and successor of Akhenaten on the throne of ancient Egypt. Also, he was most likely the grandson of Amenhotep III. His claim on the throne rested on his marriage with Ankhesenaten. Tut was 9 at Akhenaten's death, so Tut was under the influence of the aged God's father, Ai, who became co-regent with him, outlived him, and succeeded him on the throne. Herbert and Carter also found inside of the tomb this wooden statue, ancient pottery, and golden chairs that ancient Egyptians found comforting for the afterlife. King Tut's tomb also included a lock of his grandmother's hair, gold-covered chariots and beds along with various furniture, writing equipment, walking sticks, wearing apparel, and thousands more. Many other items were found inside of the tomb, and most items were made out of gold. 3 teams of forensic artists and scientists from France, the United States, and Egypt built models of the boy pharaoh's face based on some 1,700 high-resolution photos from CT scans of his mummy to reveal what he looked like the day he died nearly 3,300 years ago. This is what their test said King Tut looked like. The actual day of the discovery was truly quite amazing. Howard Carter said that at first he saw nothing moments before his life-altering experience. He soon saw strange animals, statues, and gold in every which direction. Top 13 King Tut facts. King Tut was a pharaoh of the 18th century dynasty, ruled 1341 BC to 1323 BC. Tut was married to Amenhotep, possibly his sister. They had 2 known children, both stillborn girls. Their mummies were discovered inside of his tomb. 55 objects from the tomb of Tut included the boy king's solid gold funeral mask, a gilded wooden figure of the goddess Sekhet, lamps, jars, jewelry, furniture, and other objects for the afterlife. Tut appeared in P.C. Dohiri's trilogy of ancient Egyptian novels, An Evil Spirit Out of the West, 2003, The Seasons of the Hyena, 2005, The Year of the Cobra, 2005. His original name meant living image of Aten, while Tutankhamun meant living image of Amen. Tut's parentage is uncertain. An inscription calls him a king's son, but is not clear on which king is meant. For many years, rumors of a curse, probably fueled by the newspapers at the time of the discovery, persisted, emphasizing the early death of some of those who had first entered the tomb. In year 3 of Tut's reign, 1331 BC, he was only a boy of about 11. King Tut restored all the old gods and brought order to chaos that his relative caused. He built temples devoted to the true sun god, Amun-Ra. Tut was crowned king in Memphis. Most scholars believe that Tut had died from a blow to the head, either by accident, warfare, or murder. King Tut was the 12th ruler of the 18th century dynasty. Pyramid 1 has produced a reenactment of what we perceive may have happened the day King Tut's tomb was discovered.
Discovery. It's a mummy, and we're gonna find out what it is. Ready? It's a music video. Oh my God! It's a King Tut remix. No, we need like a big piece of paper.
November 12th.
That was so funny, dude. Like, oh my God! Still recording. It's hard. My mom called me. Alright. 1922. Alright, it's 1922. That's the story. I'm only in the tomb. Let's open this casket. It's millions of years old, and dust it off. See what it looks like.
It's King Tut.
It's King Tut.